Just recently, Mayor Richard Berry welcomed a team of technology experts to the city for this year's Code for America Fellowship Program. What it's designed to do is open up a greater opportunity for people in the community to have better access to simple, effective, and easy ways to use services within the city. Here with more on what Code for America is and what it does for Albuquerque and their plans for the year, because there's big ones. Mayor Richard Berry, good to have you.
Good morning.
Jennings Hanna, nice to have you.
Thank you.
And William Tyner.
Good
Glad
morning.
to have you
Thank
guys.
you.
Let's talk about Code for America first, and if you could explain, guys, a little bit about what it is.
Code for America is a national non-for-profit. We're fellows with a non-for-profit. We're here for the year in Albuquerque, working on social mobility and economic development. So for the month, we've been visiting with people in the community and sort of listening to their needs and what they're looking to deploy.
William, what does that exactly mean? What is your focus? What do you want to connect people with?
We're looking to improve service delivery of government services. So workforce development services and things around that will that kind of environment that will help them get access to different services, education, jobs, et cetera. So we aren't quite sure exactly what that looks like right now, but as Jennings said, that we are just getting a lay of the land and getting a sense of what people really need, and doing what we call need finding in the tech community.
Mayor Berry, how do you plug these guys in? What specifically are they going to be looking at?
William and Jennings are both technology experts. So what Code for America does is they take mid-career technology experts. So Will was doing some web design for the NFL. Or Jennings was. William, what were you doing before this?
So I worked for education company that taught people how to do coding and design and technology.
So these are coders. They talk about Code for America as like Peace Corps for geeks. I don't call them. They said it was okay to say that, but it's Peace Corps for technologists. And so what we're doing in the city of Albuquerque, we've spent the last 5 years really opening up our data sets, making transparency really at the forefront of the administration, making sure that the data is out there. We know we've got great services in Albuquerque. We know there's some gaps that we need to fill. We know we have some redundancies. Most of what we're doing from an economic development standpoint is trying to help people become more economically mobile, and so much of that has to do with tying them in with services. So if you're a mom and you need to go interview for a job and you can't find daycare, how can we help you find the daycare so that a child doesn't get left in a car? That's a very simple example, but if you're an immigrant in our community and you need to find English as a second language kind of accounting training, how can we help you do that? How can we help a scientist at Sandia National Laboratories connect with venture capital? It's all of this tied together on this economic ecosystem, entrepreneurial ecosystem actually, and Code for America is going to help us tie these resources together and make them accessible to people, because if you don't know what's out there, your chances of success are less, obviously.
So these guys are here for how long? How long are you going to be in Albuquerque?
We've been here for a whole month so far.
Okay,
and
so far.
Here all of February.
And this is a fellowship, so you're really looking to use it and maybe consult with businesses?
This is a highly competitive fellowship. We're one of just a handful of cities in America that have been selected by Code for America to have these fellows here. And so it'll be a year-long process. These fellows will be here for a month of intensive meetings with the community, everything from our senior population to, like I say, our immigrant population, to our business population, to our students, you name it. They're going to go back then and they're going to craft solutions to help people get connected. And Code for America talks about they're moving from apps to ops. So Code for America is famous for apps, but it's more than just that. This is kind of a way to weave together all of the things we have in our community to make sure that we can be at the very forefront of an entrepreneurial city.
What insights have you guys gained in the community so far?
I think that there's been a big need for mentorship. Is one thing I've noticed. People, if you're an immigrant from a different country, how do you have someone help you kind of go along through the process of opening a bank account, of doing things like that? And so a recurring need has been having mentors and advocates across a number of services.
Interesting, Jennings.
Yeah, I think that the mayor and his office has been working on a lot of innovation downtown. So I think we've identified a lot of needs within the entrepreneur community too, and sort of the things that they're looking for coming out of the labs, and sort of breaking down some of the walls that have been built here, and ways to just deploy technology around, like the mayor was saying, the data sets that already exist here. So just showing people that there's value in data, and that sometimes just showing a heat map or something along those lines can sort of open certain agencies up to using that data and sort of allowing other people to use it. And then talking about ops over apps, like how do we structure that data so that it's valuable to everyone?
Mayor, the city must be pretty excited about the possibilities here, because this sounds like, it's just so much about really taking risks and innovation and steps forward.
Well, I've got a great IT team at the city. Mark Leach and our group, we're touted nationally. We're making all these national lists for one of the top 10 tech-savvy cities in the country, and up against New York and Los Angeles and San Francisco. So we're doing great work. These gentlemen in Code for America are going to add tremendous value to bring that outside perspective in, see what's happening at the very cutting edge of this technology, and taking what we're doing at the city of Albuquerque, taking the needs in the community. And I think William hit it on the head. There's a great need for mentorship out there, somebody to just help you navigate the system. And a lot of us in our lives, we're lucky to have someone in our lives. Maybe it was our parents, our grandparents, or a business executive to say, hey, listen, I'm going to shepherd you through this process. And that's a big key to success. And if we can use technology to help people connect with that, it's going to be a big deal.
It sure is. Is there a way to monitor what you're doing in the community? Can folks at home do that somehow?
Yeah, Code for America is a public organization. We even deploy all of our code on GitHub, so we believe in open source. So you can even fork our code and go about actually scripting yourself.
Hey, fork the code.
But we also
it's probably the first time that you've heard that on the show
Definitely,
this
that's the
week.
first time I've heard it. But you know what? If somebody out there knows how to do it, they probably love to follow along. So.
Right. We also, we'll be writing and posting. We've been very busy this month meeting with the community, but when we get back, there'll be things on the Code for America site that sort of talk about how we're working and what we're thinking about.
Sounds good. We got more information on Code for America on our website, krqe.com, under the KRQE links. Mayor Barry Jennings-Hanna, we appreciate it. William Tyner, thanks for explaining some of your efforts in the community. Look forward to hearing what you come up with.
Thanks
very much.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. Gentlemen, thank you. Appreciate it.
That was good.
Yeah.
You're welcome.